Good morning. It's Saturday and we're in the office as the usual. I'm gonna do some client work and then I am gonna apply for an internship, which I am pretty excited about. Starting January, I have 700 hours of practicum to fill. And this one I think could be pretty awesome. I am wearing this Mare McHale shirt today. Mare McHale, good morning. Mare Morris. Just, yep. I bought it because one, I love Mare Morris, and two, I love that she has been vocally an ally for trans kids in America and taken a lot of flack for it, especially in the country music industry, and I wanted to support her. And then even more exciting, maybe, if you watch my last video, I've been working on how to like dress because, well, I work from home and have since 2016. And also we had 3 years at home. In that time, sweatsuits were, thank goodness, trendy. So I've been like researching and then buying stuff that fits within a student's budget. This was one of the shirts, and someone at Thomas's school yesterday, a student, stopped me and said they liked my shirt, and I was like, thanks. So I'm wearing it again today. Yeah, things are good. Something I wanted to tell you about before I forget. An interesting dichotomy about not being a journalist anymore is I knew when I left that I would miss having the newswire at my fingertips and being, you know, on top of breaking news from international right until my hometown, like all levels. But I also feel immense empathy towards journalists, especially in the last few years. I would like to be all of their therapists once I am qualified and done school. Anyway, it's so hard. We all struggle with like how much to know in the news and how much to not scroll and things. Anyway, so I, for a long time, have kind of just reveled in the fact that I don't have to be up on stuff, but I also like to be, which I'm sure many of you feel. Like, it's nice to be a worldly citizen and know what's going on in the world, but not be constantly scrolling your phone and not getting your news from social media. Let's just start there. So I got the Flipboard app and I put it on my iPad, and if you haven't heard of it before, I would definitely recommend it. I'm sure many of you are like, yeah, thanks Tips, welcome to the party. But it's like, it's customizable, so you can choose what you want to, what kinds of news and articles and stuff you want to follow and what stuff like interests you. So you have like categories on it. So I have Canadian news, Canada, fashion, music, exercise, celebrity news, self-improvement, culture, world news, all kind of a mix, entertainment, Canada, home decorating, health, education, etc. And then you can click on it and then it gives you that news. So that's been like a nice way to kind of come at it in a more personalized way. And then I also subscribed to the New York Times to get more of like a, I don't know, just to get their news, because I know that they're such like a reputable source. So all this to say, it is possible. I talk a lot about like curating your social media to make you feel good. You can also do that with your news. Just like really make sure where you're getting it from. Is it a reputable news source? Try other ones to see, and tell me, like, do you subscribe to any news sources? I really feel nostalgic for the days that I used to get the Vancouver Sun every day. I used to get Maclean's magazine once a month. Ooh, I just, like, flip the paper. I mean, this is much more environmentally friendly, but I'm curious to know, like, how do you get your news? And if this is something you've never thought about, that's okay. Like, I have, you know, a decade-long career in it and think about it often, and saw a real change from getting the newspaper to today. Just curious. Just thought we'd chit chat about that. Would you like to see the books I've bought lately? None of them have I started or would I recommend, because I haven't. But this is the light reading that we've ordered. All about therapy. Some workbooks, some stuff on DBT, CBT, acceptance and commitment therapy. Yep, we got some PTSD, some adult children of emotionally immature parents. I'm sure some of you can relate to that. This one I'm really excited about. A friend of mine recommended it to me, and this is what started the like waterfall of ordering books. One, it's nice to have stuff to prepare, again, preparing to be a therapist. Side note, I love how many of you message me and ask, like, are you ready yet? Can I be a client? Thanks. Not quite, but we will get there. This one I'm really excited to read. It's Emotional Inheritance, A Therapist, Her Patients, and the Legacy of Trauma. I know that sounds super heavy, but I'm sure, again, many of you can relate to it. It's by Galit Atlas, PhD. Galit, I'm sure I butchered that name. I'm excited. That's where we're at. I posted some books recently that I read in the Marathoner Facebook group. Been listening to a lot of books. Oh, I just this morning listened to the first 2 episodes of the Hello Ross podcast. You know, Ross Matthews from Chelsea Lately. He's now on, if you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you know him and love him. He's on Drew Barrymore's talk show quite a bit. He has a podcast, and I just listened to the first 2 episodes, and it was like getting a hug. I loved it. And also a new podcast that I started listening to this week is the Mel Robbins podcast. If you've been here for a while, you know your girl loves her. And the first 2 episodes were awesome. So there we are. This is me not procrastinating. I wanted to say hi. Something that I've been thinking about a lot lately is like, I would love to give weekly vlogging a shot, because I love to watch those kinds of videos. But like, I talk too much. Could you imagine the length of a weekly vlog from this one? It would be like 3.5 hours long. Like, even when I've done Vlogmas or Vlogtober, or remember back in the day, I was just talking to the unicorn about this before, like a couple of days ago. I used to post 6 videos a week, and they were long. They weren't like 1 to 2 minuters. They're like 20, 30 minutes. If I tried to do a weekly vlog, it would be like a mini series. Because there's something about weekly vlogging that I've seen other people talk about, that it's nice because you don't have to have the camera with you at all times. But I just don't see that being for me. I don't see it. Anyway, hi. I don't think you'll see that for me. I think you're just gonna keep seeing little vlogs here and there, which is what I can offer you. In my last video, see, we're already at, like, my camera says 10 minutes. This could be it. I could just post check-ins where I sit at my desk and chat. I mean, those are basically like podcast episodes, just not edited. What do you want to see that's like keeping in mind that I'm in my 4th year of my undergrad? A mom, a fiance, all the things, business owner. I just can't believe I used to post 6 videos a week. Anyways, in my last video, which wasn't actually that long ago, so, or self high five, I asked if you would be interested in knowing ways in which that I've been working to heal my nervous system. And I got some really, like, a lot of people saying yes, please. So I have been making a list in my phone of things that I've been doing. that will be a separate video. Basically, the gist of it is I have thought, you know, in the last 10 years of what I've been through, that I worry I've done like irreparable damage to my nervous system because just of how I felt for so many years. And fun fact, it's not irreparable damage. You can heal yourself. Thank goodness. So I could share the stuff that I've been doing, but obviously not today because we're already, here we are. All right, I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna apply for this internship. I've got 2 hours while my mom is out with T-Bone, so I need to make the most of it. I do have respite this afternoon, but I'm either gonna rest or my tattoo place is doing a fundraiser for a friend of theirs who was in a really bad accident. They're doing like a pop-up, like all pre-designed stuff, so I'm considering going and getting a tattoo. Depending on how long the list is and if there's any availability while I have respite, because it doesn't really seem appropriate to take Thomas while I'm getting inked. And the unicorn's working today. He actually tried to get some time off so he could come with, but anyway, all right. Hi, hello, how are you? Word vomed. I'll see you in a bit. 'Tis the season for a leaves candle. I just bought one this year, but I don't know. I feel like they've gotten way more potent. Anyone else? And don't come for me about candles, okay? Thank you. Anyone else relate to this? Just gonna turn that coffee just back on to keep it warm. Anybody? Yeah. Oh, 10 a.m.er. Well, yeah, she's still got some heat. Just gonna use the end of this, a little bit of silk almond hazelnut. It's very sweet, so like that is plenty for me. It's been nice to have something different instead of my usual frothed milk. Super hungry this morning, so I'm making myself a little snack. I've got some plums my mom brought over from her tree, a pear that another friend of mine brought over from her in-laws. It is never lost on me to live in a place where so many people grow their own fruit and veg, and then this vegan reaps the rewards. People are always like, could you use, yep, don't care what it is. Spinach, beets, squash, fruit. I will find a home for it. That was one thing in the last few years I wished I had the like space to have a garden. Also the ability, not my strong suit. I have green plants inside, but anyone who knows me knows my flowers outside. I'm a succulents gal. I've realized that's my lane. Cover letter, resume sent. First one since 2006. So exciting. Okay, this is a hot tip. This is Thomas's current favorite snack, side, whatever. These Uncle Ben's rices. The ingredients is just water, rice, canola oil, and some emulsifier. 90 seconds in the microwave. He loves these, and I'm not a rice person. Honestly, the only time I have rice is with sushi. I just don't like it. I'd much rather quinoa or like a rice noodle or a chickpea noodle or something. So this is great. I don't have to make rice. He loves it. Like he's eating lunch and just pulled this out and asked if I would make this for him. Okay, so just a top tip. Cooking with Mare. Also cooking with Mare. This is my lunch. Vegetables that I cut last weekend and a leftover burger. This is a Very Good Butcher veggie burger with some vegan cheese and, you know, stuff. Another top tip. I'll tell you, hopefully you don't mind the crunching in the background. I also don't know why I picked that angle. The unicorn bought a barbecue this summer, and it's awesome. Every time he barbecues, well, not every time, I've only done this twice now, but like I'll give him a pack of 4 burgers or a pack of 4 vegan sausages or whatever, and he'll barbecue them, and then I have them to eat all week. I have been putting those on salads, delicious, and I made like a veggie chowder last week as meal prep because I'm trying to be really good about prepping some stuff on the weekend that then I can eat during the week, especially when I have class. And then I just put the sausage in the soup. So if you barbecue, I mean, you don't have to be plant-based, but like make a bunch at once. He does the same thing. He barbecues a bunch of chicken breasts and then takes them to work. Anyway, we're cooking rice. I'm about to eat my lunch. Feeling very good that we sent off that internship. Just dropped Thomas off for some respite and went to that fundraiser that I was talking about earlier today. There was a lineup of like 20 plus people out the door. It's like, they're good. So I'm just gonna DM the guy that Kirk from Urge 3 who does all my stuff and say like, if it dies down later, let me know. But I'm pretty sure like when they get through all of those people, the artist will be like, that's it for today. So now I'm home with an empty house, and that's really nice. I think I'm gonna take this respite that I'm paying for and actually rest. What a concept. Yeah, I usually have respite for schoolwork or work or like date night or something, but this is amazing. So I think I'm gonna bust out my iPad, put on a little television, maybe. We do a little cheeky wedding research. Before you get excited, no date, no plan. Nothing's changed since the last time I talked about it. We're still like, nothing will be happening until I've graduated, maybe even my master's, I don't know, but might do a little cheeky research, or I might just rest, I might nap. We'll see. I've got 2.5 hours. Moment of appreciation for these bad boys. Look at these pretty flowers I bought myself yesterday. For no reason. Just was in the mood to have some roses. So I did it. If you want to buy yourself flowers, go for it. You want to buy yourself a little treat? Go for it. I think they're so pretty. Okay, you can't see it, but through that roses is the TV. See? Boop. We're gonna watch Bad Moms, which somehow I've never seen before. And I have not 1, not 2, but 3 of my favorite Peppermint Halo rollers. And then I have a giant bottle here. So I'm going to refill all 3. And I'm pretty sure this is 3, maybe 4 containers. They just all have to be empty at the same time because I am incapable of just sitting and watching the movie. Just kidding. This I can do. This is chill. This is productive yet relaxing. And somehow I've never seen this movie. So here we go. I have shown this before, but in case you haven't seen it, you can open these from the bottom, and they have just like this little pop top, and then you could pour it in to refill it. So instead of having to buy a roller ball every time.
At least once a day, I feel like the worst mom in the world. And I cry in my car.
Watched Bad Moms. I liked it. It was cute. I think there's a Christmas version, so you know I'm always excited to watch any other kind of Christmas movie come like end of November. I watched, I think I talked about this in my favorites. I watched all of Virgin River in like a month. Not apologizing. If you like Hallmark but not Christmas, that's how I would describe that show. And if you're from BC, it's fun because it's shot in the Lower Mainland, so it's kind of fun to see like if you recognize things. So now I'm just starting one day at a time. Have any of you watched it? Or do you have any shows to recommend? Nothing scary, nothing violent, nothing like that's gonna make me cry. Just low and slow, just easy, gentle. The Unicorn and I have been watching Young Sheldon. We're on season 2, really liking that. And yeah, I'm just about to have a snack. And a fun fact about me is I have never tried almond butter. Maybe that's a surprise, maybe not. We just always have peanut butter, like nothing, just peanuts in the peanut butter. No like icing sugar, etc. Just the healthy kind, and I love it. But Thomas can't have peanut butter at school, and I'm like trying to expand his palate. So I went to IGA and got some Bleu d'Alma. That was terrible French. Almond butter. And I'm gonna try it with a little banana, and I'll let you know. Riveting content, riveting. Thomas and I are gonna go for a drive and then have a chill evening. So I'm gonna leave you. Recommend that you listen to this song, Doubt by Mary J. Blige. It's a good one. I just discovered it yesterday. It's not new, but it's a good uplifting one. Thanks for watching. Feel free to let me know what you'd like to see in future vlogs, and I'll do my best. Remember, life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. You can do anything for 10 minutes, and I'll see you soon.